Okay, so what do you have today?
I'm still talking about quotations.
Yes, you are.
I think you've actually created a monster.
Okay.
And quotations are what I talk about now. So today I want to talk about what to do when you have a giant quotation.
Okay.
And how to rein it in, how to take control of it so that it doesn't dominate your writing.
Got ya.
Okay? So here is a giant quotation. It's from our old pal Michael Venture at MSNBC.
Oh, that guy.
On the ever less current topic of Madonna's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Well, hey.
That's what happens.
It does.
So here it is. Giant quotation. Maybe you could read this for me. Can you?
Oh my goodness, this thing's massive.
It's huge.
A real fan of rock and roll, the kind who either schlepped to London on a Zeppelin pilgrimage or sat at home lamenting his or her inability to do so, understands that Madonna qualifies by only the loosest of standards, and therefore considers the Material Girls' induction, which was announced Thursday, to be yet another expansion of an ever-widening credibility gap for that esteemed institution. Madonna in the Rock Hall? Seriously? Written by Michael Venter, MSNBC.com, December 13, 2007.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
So, this is really December 13th, 2007.
Yeah.
This is getting old.
It is getting old, but that's okay.
Anyway, he's talking about rock and roll fans of his generation who love Led Zeppelin, and he's skeptical about Madonna's qualification as a rock and roll star, or even as rock music.
Because he's evil.
Because he's
just
evil.
Throw it out there. Okay.
Ignorant and just,
wrong.
behind the times.
Wrong.
Okay. Anyway, you can see that quote took about 35 minutes just to read aloud. It's super long. And even at a certain point, hard to follow.
Right.
If I'm writing my paper about Madonna, which I forever am.
It's a great paper.
Then I might want to include Venture's idea that he's not sure that Madonna qualifies as rock and roll, as a dissenting opinion, because I, of course, will prove him wrong somehow.
You'll just rhetorically kick his keister.
Right.
Take him down a peg.
But I don't need all that stuff necessarily about the Zeppelin pilgrimage and this and that.
Yeah.
How can I include this idea in my paper, use a quotation, but rein it in and just pick the parts that I want?
Okay.
So I've got an example of how to do that. Here is one version.
Okay. Oh, we've got it there. A real fan of rock and roll, ellipsis, also known as the ...
The ...
understands that Madonna qualifies by only the loosest of standards. Quotation mark, parenthetical citation, then the period. Okay.
So the ellipsis is your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, that's this mark right here, the ... Three
dots.
dots.
Let me get another scan in there.
Okay.
There's only three.
Only three. There are always only three.
Okay.
And I took out about 7 or 8 lines of text.
Yeah, 1 million words.
There's still only 3 dots.
Okay.
Okay. I don't put a dot for every word I take out, anything like that.
Okay.
And that is your signal to the reader in a direct quotation that you have removed something.
Okay.
So you can do that.
Okay.
You're allowed to take something out. And what you need to make sure of is that what you end up with is still a complete grammatical sentence.
Okay.
A good way to check that is to read it aloud and see if it sounds like it still makes sense.
Cool.
Okay, that's the tricky part. Do we have time for one more?
No.
Okay.
But that was awesome. We're coming in under 5 minutes this time. Would you like to thank anybody? Thank the Academy. Thank your husband.
My husband. Everyone who's supported me. Bruce Clark. For supporting our work here.
Peru.
Sacramento State.
And
all our other fans out there.
Mississippi. The state of Mississippi.
That's right.
We're getting huge. You are just taking over the nation.
No, it's you.
You're like, okay, it's like if Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan were teachers, they would be us in a film directed by Nora Ephron.
Luckily for them, they chose a much more lucrative line of work.
Oh, now we're over 5 minutes. Okay.